Every big decision starts with a small action. And today I am going to show you how to turn a small social media post into a high paying coaching client. Imagine a single domino knocking over a larger one, and that domino knocks over an even larger one. That is exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how to turn your social media posts, which generates seconds of engagement, into minutes, hours, and then high paying coaching clients. The domino effect, how to turn cold leads into raving clients. Here's what usually happens, right? A coach goes, they're on social media, a lead likes their post and says, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? It is the equivalent of saying, hey, nice to meet you. You want to get married? And then the girl goes, can we get to know each other first? This is kind of creepy. This is kind of weird. Like, let's build a relationship. And so this is not new. This is all of us. We face it. Anytime that you're buying something, you want to go through a relationship first. So what we want to talk about is actually a study that Google published. And Google has more data than anybody else. And what they've identified is that on average, it takes 7 hours, 11 touch points, and 4 different platforms to convert somebody from a stranger to buying a high ticket offer, right? And so this is the problem, is that if you're a new coach, or maybe you've been doing this for a long time and you're wondering why are people not buying, it might be because they didn't spend the 7 hours, 11 touches of 4 different inner platforms. They are asking to marry somebody on the first date versus actually going on their relationship journey before you get married. And so there's a domino effect that is played here, which it goes first, a cold lead will decide to invest seconds with you before they do minutes, and they decide to spend minutes with you before they decide to spend their hours with you. And if they decide to spend hours with you, then they're willing to spend months with you. With us is 9 months, right? So no one's going to spend 9 months with you, decide to spend whole 9 months, $20,000 to work with us if they haven't gone through this journey, which is the domino effect, which is what we want to be strategic about building for your coaching business in order for you to get more clients than you can handle. So first is seconds. We need to grab their attention. This is what social media posts do, right? They go on LinkedIn, they're scrolling, and we need to be able to capture their attention because they're spending seconds reading your post, because even the real post is not being read, right? And so most of the time you're just scamming through it. So why is this critical? This is a small but powerful step. If you can't grab their attention in seconds, you have no shot of grabbing their attentions in months. And so here, all we have to do is get them to stop scrolling for a few seconds for them to learn more about you. How do you do this? It's strong hooks, right? There's examples of hooks here, but if you don't have a strong hook or a strong thumbnail on YouTube, then they're not going to want to even spend minutes with you or even continue to see your post. Because the idea is they see a post from you, nothing happens. They see a post from you. Wow, I like this post. I've seen this person before. Let me go start following them. And then they start seeing those seconds start adding up to minutes, which then takes us to the minutes. And for us, and then what we teach at Opni, we're using minutes in the DMs. So what happens? Somebody likes, comments, views our profile. We then start the conversation and we spend minutes with them in the DMs to get them to see more value and why they should trust us, like us, and why we are going to increase their likelihood of success in their desired outcome, right? Going back to the value equation. So at this point, they're aware of who you are, but they're not sure if they want to spend more time with you. So it is really important to go deeper to learn on how we can help them achieve their goals. So how do we do this? We do this by having a conversation with them in the DMs. This is where we start qualifying them as a lead, right? To ensure that we can say, okay, if they're the right avatar or ICP, then we can start strategically sending them more information, aka our lead magnet, so they can go from minutes into hours. And this is an example of warm outbound. So you first start with a warm outbound, right? So this particular person liked one of our posts. We had the conversation with her. We started the conversation. This led to a conversation. We then sent a YouTube video. Why? because that's more minutes that's adding to the 7 hours. That's another interaction. And then that goes into say, I watched a few of those videos last night, goes on saying, we won her over. This then leads to wanting to spend more time with us, and it goes into a sales call, which then goes into more hours, right? In this scenario, this is where the lead magnet comes. It could be a 1 hour masterclass. It can be a school community. It could be an ebook, but it's important that it has enough substance where they're spending more and more time with you. It becomes a snowball effect. So this is critical because if they love your minutes, they're going to want to commit hours. And if they love your hours, they're going to want to commit to months. So all it is that we're just continuing to build trust. And the further they are in the funnel, the more likely they are to convert. That's why you're going to see that the biggest drop off goes from leads to masterclass, right? And so on. So how do you do this? You frame your coaching program as the next logical step. If you like this, you're going to love this. Like I talk a lot about that in like, if you like this post, you're going to love this lead magnet. If you like this lead magnet, you're going to love our program. It's always the next logical step for them to make the move. So the result is that this is how you do it becomes a sales funnel. It becomes a domino effect of free content, goes into a masterclass, goes into the program. And then you put the strategy and you get married. Cheers. Let's recap the domino effect. Remember, it starts with seconds, and that's your social media post. Even though it's short, it's about to grabbing their attention so that they can raise their hand. They can like, comment, or view your profile. From there, we transition into the next domino of minutes. This is where you can start the DM, get interaction going, qualify the lead, and start pushing them towards the lead magnet. The lead magnet, it's for them to spend hours with you, for them to see that you are qualified and have the authority to solve their constraint and help them in their journey. And then from there, they can invest money in your program. If you're watching this, it shouldn't be a surprise to you that this exact video that you're watching is one of our lead magnets. It's a way for us to help you get through our funnel even further. So if you're enjoying this, you're gonna love our Omni programs. And if you're ready to take the next step and want to have a conversation with me or someone in my team, then hit the link below and apply to work with us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.